Good morning and happy Whateverthon 48-hour readathon weekend. I will be vlogging this weekend and telling you all the things I read, all of the bingos I will hopefully get on my TBR Travelers bingo board. So before we get started with the weekend, I wanted to let you know how I'm doing so far. And so I have this little graphic of my bingo board. I'll let you know the books I've read so far in the month of June and what prompts they ticked off. So, first book I read was True Colors by Kristen Hanna. And this one I counted for recently hauled, favorite genre, and GPS on the cover. And then I also did 2 non-reading prompts, which were guilt-free activity and join sprints. I guess join sprints is a reading activity, but doesn't matter either way. So I got all of those off on the bingo board, 5 prompts starting off. Then my second read of the month was Summer Island by Kristen Hanna. This one also marked off as recently hauled, color on the cover, so that got a prompt, and last letter to first letter because True Colors ended in S and Summer Island start with an S. Then I finished Me Talk Pretty One Day by David Sedaris, and this one counted for under 300 pages on a previous TBR because it was on my May TBR, and a less read genre. I joined sprints for this one. All of these I joined sprints for. The fourth book of the... Mabel's having a great time playing. I'll show her after I do this. Anyway, fourth book of the Readathon, I read Lumberjanes Volume 3, which was called A Terrible Plan. And this one counted for Portal Fantasy, which I didn't expect it to. This one was just going to be like a quick little interlude in between some bigger reads, and counted for Portal Fantasy, counted for continuous series because I had read the first 2 last summer, and then a different format because it was... Can you even hear me over her? Because it was a graphic novel. Joined sprints on that one too. So now we're up to 17 prompts, I think. Book number 5. This one I considered just completely getting rid of and not counting it, but I'm going to tell you why I did decide to keep it. So this is We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And I did not realize before reading this short little book that this author, is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. Same thing that J.K. Rowling is. I kind of got hints of it throughout the book, and then I was on somebody's sprints. I was on Michelle's library sprints, and she told me that she was TERF. So I was really embarrassed and kind of ashamed that I read this, but I'm deciding to keep it on my TBR, or on my books read, count it toward bingo, because as an ally of the LGBTQ plus community, I need to be constantly learning. I will make mistakes. I will have mess ups, and I will learn. And so I decided to keep this on here as a reminder to me, the upset feeling that I got when learning this, that I read this book, that I need to have that upset feeling when other people are being oppressed because of their gender identity, their sexuality. So I'm keeping it on here. This one covered TBR Vet because I put it on my TBR probably back in 2016 when it came out as a book. I guess it was a TED Talk first. So it had been on there for a long time. It was definitely under 300 pages, and it had yellow on the cover. I joined sprints, thanks to Michelle's library for informing me what I had just read and helping me realize that I shouldn't read any more of her works. And then I also completed a personal goal. Unfortunately, it was with this book, but for Books and Lala's Buzzwordathon, all was in the title, and that was the word for the month of June. Moving on from that, I'll talk more about it in my wrap-up at the end of June, just how I'm feeling about reading that book. But moving on, completing a personal goal, got my first bingo on the diagonal there. So that was awesome. My 6th book, which was another Lumberjanes, Volume 4, Out of Time. And this one counted for the and of a and on the cover. It was definitely an adventure or quest. If you've never read the Lumberjanes, they are full of adventure. These girls fight monsters in a forest. It's fun. And I think, did that get me my second bingo? Yes. Yes, it did. So I got my second bingo with that prompt. And then I read I counted it as middle grade. I'm getting all sorts of confused on where my bingos are right now. But I think... Okay. So then here is where I get my second bingo my third bingo with Cozy Reading Time. One of the non-bookish prompts up at the top there. So I got my third bingo and I joined sprints. So that was another prompt. I think I'm up to like 27 prompts. Got a little tracker here. And next, we're on to book number 7. I read El Defo by C.C. Bell. This one counted for under 300 pages, a different format, and middle grade. So unfortunately, I didn't get to tick off any prompts on the bingo board, but I still counted them as those 3 prompts when I tracked it. And then participated in sprints and had Cozy Reading Time with that one. The same Cozy Reading Time as the Lumberjanes, the book before. But so that's where I'm standing. Here's my bingo board for where I am right now. I've read 7 books, gotten 3 bingos, completed 32 prompts, and this weekend of the 48-hour readathon, I am hoping to read 3 more books, which should hopefully finish off my bingo board. Let me tell you what I'm working with. I am reading The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I am 330 pages through, and there's like 500 pages. I'm listening to this one. I don't know how I feel about it yet. We'll talk about it later when I complete it. But this one was my poll pick, so to cross that off. So this one I should hopefully be able to finish this weekend. I've got lots of driving. I've got lots of driving this weekend, so I should be able to listen and finish this one, which would cover my poll pick. I'll also be joining the 48-hour readathon, obviously, already ends, so that'll be crossed off, and I'll get a couple bingos that way. Wow, I'm going to finish the board. Okay, next I want to complete Loveless by Alice Oseman. Just started this one last night, so I'm only like 3% in. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that one in these 2 days of the readathon. And lastly, I will read, after I finish The Night Circus, I plan to listen to Amari and the Night Brothers. Who is that by? I don't know. I'll put a picture of it right here. That one is a host fave and a 2021 release. Oh, Loveless would be the one-word title. So I should be able to finish my bingo board this weekend during the readathon, and then maybe I will start another bingo for the second half of the month. Another bingo board for the second half of the month. Maddie did a shuffled board, so you can redo the boards as many times as you want, and so I'll probably do another one for the second half of the month. I'm really pleased with how I'm doing so far. I'm excited for this weekend. Just to let you know other things that are going on this weekend besides reading. Got my kids. I'll be with them all weekend, and my husband is a band director, and it is marching season where we are, so we will be going to a couple of parades. I'll hopefully get some footage of their show, but it should be fun. It'll be my first time taking both kids to a parade. Luckily, I have my parents with me here today, and I will hopefully be meeting a friend at the parade tomorrow. So, lots of driving. Maybe we'll get reading done, maybe we won't. We'll check back in a little bit. Bye. Mabel, are you taking part in the readathon too? She rolled to her side and got this book, Things That Go. I don't know what prompts it'll tick off, sweetie, but you read it, okay? Can I get you to smile? Hello. Smile, smile, smile. Hi. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. Boop. She says, I'm too busy playing. I love you. I love you. Dad suggested we go to a bookstore, and so we did. And he found some good sci-fi reads. My dad is the one who taught me my love of reading. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, Rebecca.
And I wanted to show you this cool map that we got. It's the Midwest Indie Bookstore Road Map. And it's just this cool map of all of the indie bookstores. I think it'd be super cool to frame it and put it in my library. What do you think, Mabel?
Why it was built in
On to the parade. Theo, do you see Daddy? There's Daddy. Hi, Willie. Hello everyone, I am just sitting here feeding Mabel and I thought I would update you on the day. We just got back from the parade about an hour ago. It was an hour drive there and back, and the parade was really fun, but we thought it was going to be like 66 and rainy, and it was 75 and sunny and hot, and so it's exhausting, and Mabel and Theodore were not dressed correctly. So it just was a hot day and we all got tired and crabby. So now we're home. I didn't get much reading done. I listened a little bit in the car to the night circus. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that one tonight and then do some physical reading of Loveless on, well, I guess it's not physical, it's on my Kindle. But hoping to join some sprints tonight. I will check back with you a little later with what I've been doing. What are you having, Theo?
Blackberries.
Yummy. I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby will be. Good night, sweetie. I love you. Hello everyone. So I got Mabel to bed. Willie is still getting Theo to bed, so I thought I'd come outside and update you quickly. My dogs are like, why aren't we outside with you? I finished The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and I am not going to rate it yet because I don't think I paid very good attention. I listened to this one, and first of all, it's narrated by Jim Dale, and I'm used to listening to something else by Jim Dale. So that was confusing. And then I couldn't follow all of the different characters that well right away. So I think I need to go back and just read like the first 100 pages to make sure I know exactly what was happening. So I'm not rating it yet. I will let you know probably my wrap up when I end up rating this one. But let's talk about the prompts that this one covers. So this was my poll pick on Discord. So that gets a bingo. That is my 4th bingo, I think. Awesome. And then let's see. What were the other prompts I was going to use for this one? A less read genre and the an of a or and. I already had those filled, but it'll count for those 3 prompts. And then join a 48-hour readathon. I'm doing it right now. So I crossed that off on my board, and that gets me 2 more bingos. 1 horizontal, 1 vertical. So now I'm up to 6 bingos. I don't even know how many prompts. 37 prompts. And only 1, 2, 3 more to tick off on the board. And I should be able to get those done tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So tonight, I think Willie and I, my husband and I, are going to either... He gave me 2 options. He said, do you want to watch Dear Evan Hansen or do you want to have a bonfire? I was like, shoot, I kind of wanted to join Sprints, but I think I could join Sprints and sit around the bonfire and read. I don't know if my husband will think that that's rude of me to be reading while we're at a bonfire, but also it's really kind of muggy and gross, and so I don't know if I want to have a bonfire. We'll see. Otherwise, I will probably check in with you once more before I go to bed tonight to let you know what I read the rest of the evening. We'll see you in the next one. I forgot to mention one more thing. The Night Circus was my 8th book. So I have completed my 8-book goal. I don't even think I said that that's how many books I wanted to read. But when I registered for Whateverthon, I put that I wanted to read 8 books this month. And we are on June 11th. And I've already completed all 8 books, which is just crazy. I know 3 of them were graphic novels, but I'm counting them, and I'm hoping to just read so much more this month. This readathon is really making me excited to get points and read, and it's really, really fun. So thank you to Maddie from Book Browsing Blog for doing this readathon. This is a weird angle, but this is what we're going with. We were all laying on the floor, and I wanted to give you an update on the readathon. Last night, I had every intention to read and hang out with my husband, and my Theodore's picking his nose. But I took a bath and read in the bath, and then I fell asleep. And I was way too tired to stay up and do anything else, so I went to bed at probably 9:30 last night. Hi, Barrett. Oh, Barrett, get out of here. So, get out of here, Barrett. She's gone. So, I only read like 10% more of Loveless and 15% of the way through. Really liking that. And then I think I will start listening to Amari and the Night Brothers today. Mabel. On our way to a parade. Are we going to go see a parade?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Who's in the parade?
Grandma.
Not Grandpa and Grandma. Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy. Okay, say see you later.
See you later.
Theodore, who are you playing with?
A Dory.
Dory.
Yeah.
Can I see her?
A pirate.
Can I see her?
Yes.
Oh, is she flying?
Yes.
Whoa. Woo! Say hi. What do you have? A fire truck, because we're going to a parade. And we're going to see a fire truck, aren't we? What else are we going to see? Daddy's band, yeah. So we are gonna hit the road. I'm gonna keep listening to Amari and the Night Brothers. I started it just a bit ago and it is really good. It'll be one that I will want to share with my kids when they are older. So here we go, on a drive. Alexa's clowning around.
Yeah, me and these clowns.
Theo, what do you think of the parade? Did you love the parade? How many suckers do you have? 2.
Airplanes.
This is my friend Alexa, by the way. Hi, Mabel. Hi, girlie. You got a good hair day. What again? We are back from the parade. I didn't get to listen to much of Amari and the Night Brothers because Theodore wanted to listen to Finding Nemo on my phone. So I had to hook that up to the car and couldn't listen to Amari and Finding Nemo. So I am home and I escaped to my room so that I can join sprints. I'm doing sprints with Jenny and Amy for Baystar Reads. And they just started one, I think, and so I'm going to read Loveless during this sprint. But I'm really excited to be able to actually sprint live with these ladies. Monday, and I didn't close out the vlog yesterday for the 48-hour readathon. So I will let you know how I did. I didn't complete any more books. So the only book I finished in the 48-hour readathon was The Night Circus. I didn't complete my bingo board, which I'm a little bummed about, but I should be able to soon. So last night after reading sprints, I read a little bit more, but then had another early night. My kiddos have not been sleeping well lately, so it's making me tired and wanting to go to bed early. I ended up getting to about 15% of the way through Loveless. Really? Yeah, I think that's it. And 33% of the way through Amari and the Night Brothers. Really enjoying both of them. Loveless is a good look at
asexual representation in a book, which I have not read before, so that's great. And Amari and the Night Brothers is a really fun adventure for middle schoolers, but also for adults who like who like middle grade. So it was a good weekend. Not much reading happened because a lot of other things were going on, but it was still awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, here is my updated bingo board, what it looks like. I'll have to update you at the end of the month with how I did with Whateverthon. But thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.